Hey guys, welcome to Priceless B-Movies. There's a time in every young man's life when he's, 8 to 12, somewhere around there, I'm assuming is the age range, where they watch some movie, whatever movie it is, and they put it in and they get their first on-screen breast shot. That was this movie for me, at least. This was back in 1995. I think this was the first topless scene I ever saw in anything. It's too bad I can't give it 4 stars just for that. Species. Species stars Ben Kingsley. That's right, the guy who played Gandhi is in Species. He's a scientist, and he and a bunch of other scientists, for whatever reason, decide it would be a good idea to mix alien and human DNA. What they get is this alien-human hybrid named Syl. Syl is played at first by Michelle Williams, and then later on, for the majority of the film, by Natasha Henstridge. And Syl doesn't quite like that real early on, Ben Kingsley and the other scientists decide that they need to kill her. So she escapes, and Ben Kingsley gets this team of people, mostly scientists, there's a lot of scientists in this movie, to track down Syl and eliminate her before she can mate, because then we'd have a bunch of weird alien people hybrids running around, and really there's enough of them in Congress already. This team is made up of some pretty A-list actors. We have Forrest Whitaker as an empath. And basically that means that he feels things very deeply. He can sense through emotion, and almost to the extent of being telepathic. But unfortunately this makes him really timid, and even though I love Forrest Whitaker, he basically does this thing for the whole movie, and it gets really annoying after a while. And not just because he's stuttering, but let's face it, if someone talks like that all the time when they don't even naturally have a stutter, the character doesn't have a natural stutter, it gets a little irritating after a while. On this team we also get Marge Hellenberger and Alfred Molina. That's right, Doc Ock is in this movie. And there are a couple other scientists who are in this team who are tracking down the alien, and they do pretty well with what they have, but their characters aren't as fleshed out. And then you get the most interesting character in the movie, is the last person on this team who's not a scientist, and that is Michael Madsen. That's right, Mr. Ear Cutter from Reservoir Dogs himself, and in this he is a bounty hunter. So basically, of a team that's meant to capture and kill this alien, he's the only one really qualified to capture and kill anything. Species is an enjoyable enough movie. Now that I've told you the plot, you'd probably assume that this is a really dumb movie, and I'm not going to defend it and say that it's not dumb. The general plotline is fairly stupid. Basically, it's a chase movie. The alien wants to breed, and they want to stop her. They want to capture her and kill her before she can. This is a chase movie. This is a hunt movie. But it's a really, really interesting one. The most interesting scenes in this movie have mostly to do with Natasha Henstridge, not just because she's shirtless a good deal of the time, although that helps, but the fact that it's really neat to watch her grow. She doesn't understand humanity. She doesn't even quite understand that she's basically well on her way to destroying it. She is just out for her own survival, and you see this character develop in this older form, and Natasha Henstridge, but still with the mind of a child that's always evolving. She's always getting smarter. She's always adapting more and more every time you see her. Her performance really carries this whole movie. Her, Michael Madsen, and Ben Kingsley are great in this. And of course, with any alien movie, we do eventually get an alien creature. The creature Syl for this film was designed by H.R. Giger, who is also, probably most popular for designing the xenomorph in Alien. So basically here he does that again. He basically took the design of the xenomorph from Alien and just kind of made it a little hotter in a weird way. Like I said, this isn't the most intelligent movie. It is a very entertaining movie. I do have to knock off some points for the fact that the effects work in this is really bad. I really don't care for a lot of the CG scenes. Shots near the end of this monster running around and attacking people are really, really, really fake looking, and they were really, really fake looking back in 1995. I cannot, in good conscience, recommend the effects work in this film because it's really not good. In fact, some of the effects in the sequels were a little better than some of the effects in this first film. This is a great movie to watch if all you want is an entertaining sci-fi thriller that'll kill 90 minutes. This is a good film to do that with. But each time you watch it, you will notice more and more things with it that don't make a lot of sense. You will start to see faults in some of the actors. You will start to see a lot of holes in the story. So just because the rewatchability factor isn't that great either, you put that in the effects work. I got to go ahead and give Species 2.5. This is almost a really good movie, but it falls short because the logic isn't very sound and the effects and the performances are a bit uneven. Natasha Henstridge, as I said, is great in this. A couple of the other actors are great in this, but overall, some of them aren't very great in this. There's no other way around it. Oh, one more thing. This film is also notable for winning Best Kiss in the MTV Movie Awards. And you really just have to see it to believe it. Or you can watch Night of the Demons 3, because that was made 2 years after Species, and they basically ripped it off and did the exact same scene. Probably better off watching Species. So that's my review of Species. Stay tuned, I got a lot more reviews coming. And as always, if there's a horror movie, crime movie, action movie, comedy that you think doesn't get talked about enough, that you think didn't make a lot of money or just kind of slipped through, had a short theatrical release, for whatever reason a lot of people don't know about it or talk about it, and you want to know what my opinion is on it, let me know. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see what I can do about finding a copy, checking it out, and putting a review up for you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Priceless B movies.